My dad said he wishes he had a son rather than a daughter. I, 17F, am not very close to my father, 41M, because he doesn't spend much time with me. When I was little, my mom, 39F, and I did lots of fun activities together, and she always played with me, resulting in us having a good relationship years later. However, whenever I tried to engage my dad, asking him to play or watch something with me, he'd be uninterested and tell me to go play with my mom. This happened practically every day. I wanted to watch him work on his car or ask him to play, but he always pushed me away. As I grew up, I believed that my dad just didn't like me, so I asked him to play or teach me things less and less. He would only do things with me on my birthday and holidays. Though he always made sure I was fed when I was hungry and comforted me when I was upset, he generally avoided spending time with me. Fast forward to today, I was in the kitchen getting a snack, and my dad was outside in the backyard on the phone with one of his friends. I could hear their conversation from the open kitchen window, but I was ignoring it until he mentioned my name. I listened more and heard him telling his friend that he wishes he had a son rather than a daughter. He admitted that he never wanted a girl and didn't try to build much of a relationship with me because of it. He also revealed that he had tried to convince my mom to have a second child to see if he could get a son, but my mom didn't want 2 children at the time. So, he ignored me when I was able to walk and talk, allowing my mom to raise me. Feeling hurt, I went to my room and am writing this now. I want to tell my mom about it, but I also don't want to cause an argument between them since they are very close. Does anyone have suggestions on what I should do? Should I ask him about it, or should I just tell my mom? Update 1. My mom got home from work, and I waited until she wasn't busy to talk to her. I asked her to come with me to my room, and once we were both in there with the door closed, I told her about what I overheard and how I felt. It wasn't just about his hurtful words, but also how I felt my whole life with the way he treated me like I'm a stranger. My mom listened quietly as I talked, and once I finished, she hugged me. She expressed how sorry she was and reassured me that I'm the best thing that ever happened to her. She emphasized that it didn't matter that I'm a girl because she would love me either way, and that's how parents should be. She assured me that she would always be there for me. After a bit, she went to confront my dad, who admitted to it. They got into an argument, which ended with him going to stay at my grandma's house for a bit. Update 2. My dad came home last night, and my mom was hesitant to let him into the house. However, he said he needed to talk, so she allowed him in. He, my mom, and I sat in the living room, and he began apologizing for what had happened. He expressed regret for his words and pledged to step up to be a better father to me and make things right. My mom firmly told him that his actions were not acceptable, and a simple apology wouldn't fix the situation. I then asked him how exactly he planned to make up for ignoring me throughout my childhood and not being a father to me. I pointed out that I would turn 18 in a couple of months, becoming an adult and no longer a child. I stated that his act of ignoring me and pushing me away because of my gender was a terrible thing, and I couldn't forgive him. He continued to apologize, with tears in his eyes, which surprised me. My mom then asked me to go to my room, so I did. From there, I overheard my mom expressing her thoughts, and my dad eventually left the house again. She later came into my room, informing me that she wouldn't allow him back into our home. She hugged me and shared that she had texted his mom the night he left, explaining what happened. Apparently, my grandma reprimanded him and kicked him out, so he had to stay at a friend's house. Update 3. I was home alone last weekend resting in bed after being hit by a car, story for another time but I'm fine. As I was in bed, I heard knocking on the front door. I went to check and saw my dad standing there, his left eye completely bloodshot. He asked to come in. At first, I said no and suggested we talk where we were. He started apologizing for everything and tried to guilt me into forgiving him and convincing my mom to let him stay again. When I refused, he got a bit mad and began ranting about recent happenings in his life. I wasn't really interested, just waiting for him to back up so I could shut the door. As he calmed down a bit, he nonchalantly dropped a bomb, saying that he wasn't very interested in me growing up because I couldn't be his child. Dumbfounded, I asked what he meant, and he said, if you were my child, you would not be a girl, so you aren't my kid. I was shocked that he thought that's how it worked and that I wasn't his child because I wasn't born a boy. Like what, is he serious? I started cursing at him and calling him a bunch of things that I'm not proud of, and that made him mad, like really mad. He slapped me, and in response, I pushed him backward. He fell off the porch, so I quickly shut it and locked the door before calling my mom. She immediately called the police and rushed home while he yelled and tried to open the door. After a few minutes, the police arrived, and he was taken in an ambulance to a hospital because the fall had broken his wrist. Later, he was arrested for assault on a minor since our cameras captured the incident on video. My mom has been comforting me this past week and now we are okay. I probably won't update again unless something major happens, but I wanted to say thank you to everyone who has reached out and left nice comments on all of my posts.